guided meditation call for Friday, June 5th, 2020, 3 p.m. Eastern. As I do on occasion, we have one of our sisters, name is Eve, and Eve has 1 foot in the physical existence and 1 foot in the void of space. So her perspective is twisted, so to speak, and she is in blurred existence. I'm sure some of you understand what that is. Some of us have been there. But she is struggling with the fact that she is having difficulty in overcoming the intensity of her ego mind control, which, as we all know, is negative and pulling down, and it's never satisfied, so it continually brings in more disorientation, more avenues of giving up, and not interested in existing from the standpoint of being in bliss, happiness, and joy, but more so convinced that one goes into total seclusion for the rest of their stay in the body, almost catatonic state. And we all know what that does. It can be very, very, very destructive. So we want to visualize her in this meditation that we're going to do, which is an enlightened new world. And in this meditation, we're going to make sure that we send a focused, deep, eternal love and gratitude to her God, to her pure consciousness within, and to assist with eradicating all of the attachments that the ego mind has literally directed her way to convince her to continually to manifest, create to reality these destructive thoughts of oneself. So it's just, we help each other, and we help all parts of us, and she happens to be a part of us, like we all are with each other. So we will convey that and sustain it so that she is continually being immersed and covered and flooded with a higher frequency of deep eternal love and gratitude. Also, remember, we have our, for those of you in Turdera, we have our Turdera Friday call today at 6 p.m. Eastern. So it's today at 6 p.m. Eastern on the Turdera line, which you can find on the website at weareonelightforall.net. Now, it's difficult for many people to view or to feel the enlightened frequencies happening on this planet, because everything is being, as we all know, is being directed in a negative capacity, a doom and gloom scenario, so to speak, where everything's nutsy, cuckoo, crazy, and there's no good anywhere, and it's all bad, and everything is just going to hell, as they say, to hell in a handbasket. And it's the opposite. And I know a lot of people that I've talked with, and I know that all of you understand that we're experiencing a higher frequency of our pure consciousness. And this is actually showing up all across this planet, not only on this planet, but throughout the planets in our solar system and beyond. This effect is cascading the civilization and our gods, our pure consciousness within, to a whole new understanding. And some people are having difficulty with that, see, because you imagine when you were asleep, somewhat, and you just weren't aware of certain things, and then you became quite enlightened with them and started opening up consciously to yourself. We view things, obviously, with our eyes, and those who don't have sight, we view things with sense, okay? We pick up the frequencies. You don't have to have eyes to pick up frequencies. And so, or hearing, for that matter, you feel it. So, the frequencies are totally the opposite of what's being portrayed on this planet. When you have all of these people incessantly creating negativity, distraughtness, fear and worry, and forlornness, and self-degradation because of the fear that's being generated through our ego minds, it's a much higher frequency. And we're seeing it and experiencing it. And everything is moving faster and faster. And more people, it's unprecedented. People have woken up in the past before, and through different situations, but none at this accelerated rate. Where we are having, finally, amongst us, when you think about how silly it is, that we're all one, we're all connected, we're all God, we're all pure consciousness. And so the skin color, the religious interest, that's all going by the wayside. We're realizing each in our own way that it is to be together and unified in deep eternal love and gratitude for ourselves and each other. And this is way beyond brotherly love that they used to profess years ago. This is reconnecting with our consciousness across the planet. And it's waking up people at an accelerated rate, unprecedented. And we are infinite. We have infinite abilities and potentiality. We're each being lifted. And we're also being literally moved, energized, and summoned to spiritually awakening. And the events that are happening around us are the catalyst or the primers for that. It's when you're looking, you're seeing people in the global events around us. And we're looking at things, these are positive things, but many don't view them this way. The planet's economic, political, environmental shifts, they're all wake-up calls for each and every one of us. And we're beginning to understand that, embrace that, instead of just kind of walking by it and ignoring it. And it's literally pushing us to individually turn in to ourselves, the journey within that we talk about so much. And we're becoming much more sensitive. And this is another thing. There are people on this planet, maybe you know some, that were sensitive to begin with, but now their sensitivities are super heightened. So they're very delicate. They have a very difficult time maneuvering, and their loving is much deeper, and they have a much clearer conscious approach to this existence. And this deep sensitivity has begun to awaken a new kind of human being inside all of us, which means that we are becoming literally tuned in to our natural divine state within, guided by our intuition and enlightened by our own individual consciousness. so beautifully because they are not trying to become lotuses. All effort is futile. You have to be just yourself. The roses bloom so beautifully because they are not trying to become lotuses. All effort is futile. You have to be just yourself. Osho. And as this world continues to wake up, the number of awakened beings will naturally multiply. And this global transformation, that's universal, by the way, transformation in consciousness will create a foundation of peace for this planet and many others for the first time in many millennia. And view this because this is the real revealing. Not all of this gobbledygook and crap that's being slung around. This planet, Earth Gaia, is about to give birth to billions of heart-centered, open-minded people. And nobody's going to miss this massive, enlightening ride. Nobody's going to miss it. Now, some obviously will have difficulty in coming to the realization and coming out of this deep stupor of unaware of the God that they are, the pure consciousness within them. Why the kingdom of God is in each and every one of us. It's the pure consciousness. It is the love. It is the gratitude. And the massive movement of inner peace, individually, each of us discovering our peace within. And when enough of us wakes up to recognize that inside is something exquisite, unlimited in potential, and truly divine, so this massive spiritual awakening is also based on scientific evidence of a true energetic shift in our physical environment. Now, we all remember December 21st, 2012. Okay? The solstice of 2012, the winter solstice. There was a perfect alignment of our planet Earth, our sun, and the black hole at the very center of our Milky Way galaxy. And this is the date that the ancient 26,000-year Mayan calendar predicted that our new world would officially begin. And many of us are already awake and are here to simply assist the rest. Understand this? We're simply here to simply assist the rest of the planet by being a guiding light for their spiritual awakening. Now understand something. What would that mean? Well, let's say that they're walking a path and it's pitch dark. It is so dark that they cannot even see the hand right in front of their face. They'd have to touch their nose in order to know that the hand was there. That's how black it is. And you come along and you're the light. Okay? And as you walk next to them, you light their way. So you're not saying anything at all. You're not interfering with them. You are literally the light that is assisting them in their spiritual awakening. Can you picture that? Can you picture that within your heart mind? I'm pretty sure that we all can. Now, in 2012, the outer alignment of stars, of our stars' celestial bodies, created an inner alignment within our physical flesh, bones, and mental, emotional bodies. Now, this divine configuration allows each of us to become synchronized with our world. So this grand outer alignment has automatically created an inner alignment of our mind-body to rediscover a deeper spiritual alignment with our divine source. So this bioenergetic centering causes all centers, chakras, circles of light, wheels of light, in our body to open and allow us to simply trust life completely. How many of you say to yourselves, I trust life completely. Without reserve, okay? Without reserve. And you just trust it completely. And it allows all of us, everyone, to relax more deeply and consciously and explore every aspect of our being, of your being. When we find peace within us, each of us, it is seen and experienced all around us. Being content with what you have is priceless. Being content with what you have is priceless. Sun, moon, and the truth cannot be hidden. Sun, moon, and the truth cannot be hidden. Happiness is the greatest wealth. Health is the greatest gain. Trustworthy is the best relative. Nirvana is the ultimate bliss. Buddha. And he was right. Being content with what you have is priceless. Sun, moon, and the truth cannot be hidden. Happiness is the greatest wealth. Health is the greatest gain. Trustworthy is the best relative. Nirvana is the ultimate bliss. Now think about this. We don't think about this. Our world is already filled with millions of highly intelligent, sensitive, loving, and super psychic beings. Many are radiating love with such a boundless, welcoming, soft, warm energy that you will be pulled in vibrationally and shift into this higher loving way of naturally operating daily. And since 2012, we have been opening up to the highest forms of love just to survive this intense outer-inner alignment. And it's intense. The conscious energy on the planet will continue to grow exponentially each year, each second. And by the time we approach the end of 2012, there will be over 8,000 enlightened beings on this planet, which is the tipping point number and enough to create the 100th monkey wave of awakening. And perhaps the most interesting news is that there are already many highly evolved beings from other planets in our galaxy who will be coming here to watch this grand final show. This is a real spectacular happening. And many civilizations learn from the happening. Now, we're not the only planet that's experiencing this or that has experienced this. Okay? There's other humanoid life, intelligent life that's experiencing it. But right now, we're experiencing it. Heavy duty. And we have many more than the 8,000 today, compared to 2012, which was 8 years ago. Now, the ideas about a new enlightened world is very contagious and will grow exponentially. We're seeing that. The more we think about it, the more energy is invested into manifesting it, creating it into reality. However, the momentum is already there, and this world is about to have a massive spiritual awakening that cannot be stopped. But if you elect to indulge yourselves with all of this rhetoric swirling around you and these false representations of truth on the televisions and the radios and everywhere, you will be able to burn right through it and see the true happening that is taking place. A new enlightened world. Now, each of us can jump on the boat sooner rather than later. to realize what is still asleep, resistant, or righteous in you is the first step to awakening out of the old dream. And waking up first begins with realizing that you are the co-creator of your reality, and that your imagination is the only limit that you will ever, ever, ever have. So be aware of the thoughts you are having in each moment. And I share this with so many people in conversations. It's so important for each of us to be aware of the thoughts we are each having in each moment and cultivate a presence that is the witness of these thoughts. And the thoughts you have are like clouds passing through the sky. Let them float on by, and know that you are the vast, spacious, and infinite, boundless sky. And be that throughout your day, and you will truly recognize this vast freedom that always dwells inside of you. Look within, see the self. Then there will be an end of the world and its miseries. Look within, see the self. Then there will be an end of the world and its miseries. Sri Ramana Maharishi. One of the best ways that you could prepare yourself today for this new world is to find peace within yourself and within every relationship you have. And the more intimate you can become, the more juicy the awakening is. And when you start recognizing the divine within yourself and in everyone, then everyone you meet becomes a divine teacher showing you exactly what you need to learn next on your life journey. And the people that you struggle with are in your life to give you the opportunity to deepen in compassion and awareness, for they are the slower ones getting on the ride. They are the slower ones getting on the ride. It may be your job to assist them in becoming more open, awake, and loving. And when you vibrationally step up to the plate, you will help them create this shift, and at the same time, open up even more to your highest self. Every person you struggle with will only be forcing you to dig deeper into your inner wellspring of lightness, love, and inner peace. And the gems you find inside yourself will breed an even higher awareness, allowing others to respond from a more empowered, loving space. And this will enable you to feel connected with the millions of highly intelligent, sensitive, loving, and super enlightening beings that are already on the planet today. Love is not a quantity, it is a quality, and the quality of a certain category that grows by giving and dies if you hold it. If you are miserly about it, it dies. So really, be a spendthrift. Don't bother with whom, Osho. And a very important step to prepare for this new world spiritual awakening is to learn how to quiet the mind. You can do this easiest by shifting or sitting with a conscious, enlightened master teacher or someone who radiates pure love, lightness of being, and absolute acceptance of who you are. You can meet a few of your favorite enlightened beings whenever you wish. There are many teachers, including yourselves. Choose a few. Sit with them. Another step in awakening is to be conscious of each choice that you make. Every being in the new world will understand that there are no accidents. Every experience is synchronistic and divine. You are waking up to the fact that you are the creator of your every experience. Take responsibility. You know, I I've talked to so many people, and they share so many things with me, but they aren't taking responsibility for any of them. Take responsibility now for what is in your life today, and be thankful for it before you focus on what you want to be, do, and have tomorrow. By approaching today with gratitude, you open your heart and mind in each situation or relationship you have. Since everyone is one's own self, whoever does whatever to whomever is doing it only to himself. We've talked about that a lot. Since everyone is one's own self, whoever does whatever to whomever is doing it only to himself. Sri Ramana Maharishi. As far as the physical state of the new world, the best choice is to be at one with your environment. Embody the most natural state of compassion and understanding by being one with the earth, the air, the plants, the ocean, the animals, the sea creatures, and fellow human beings. And in the future, we will be forced to recycle everything to survive. We will have to use our sustainable resources of energy to create electricity. There will be new advanced technology available for us to create a pollution-free world where we are using free energy, and water-fueled cars, whatever they may be, will become the norm. Every man and woman of this new world will know how to live in harmony with others, not because it is the right thing to do, but because they will know that any harm done to the other on any level is merely doing harm to their own selves. And the global brotherhood, sisterhood will create a more conscious, healthy, and harmonious world for all to enjoy. And as each human being becomes more conscious of their thoughts, actions, and how they want to impact their environment, the outer world will reap those benefits. See the perfection in the seeming imperfection that seems to be. Lester Levinson. We are more free than any thought conceived of what defines freedom. We are who we are is far more vast than anything the mind thinks we are. Angela Walker. This is the paradise world, guys. This is the heaven on earth. And when's it going to start? It's already begun. It's already happened. We are forming it in this very moment, in this now. And eventually, the entire population of this planet will be enlightened. And that's where we're heading. The paradise world. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted. And I'm sure we all are. And the first thing we want to do is relax our bodies. Let it go. Not artificially. Naturally. Relax the body. Anything that you have attached to yourself, anything that is influencing you through the ego mind, let it go. It does not serve you the greatest good, then let it go. If it is causing you pain, sorrow, anguish, fear, remorse, guilt, let go. Surrender to the God within you, the pure consciousness, and be the love that you are. And everything that you have attracted, it could be the last 50 years, doesn't matter. Let it go. No reason to carry something that literally creates pain and causes discomfort second to second, year after year. And as you surrender, you move into peace with the gods that you are, the pure consciousness, the benevolence, the tranquility. The body responds and relaxes, shoulders drop. You feel it from head to toe. Now, as we relax in the body, we want to move into the now. And the now is actually all we have is the now. We don't have the past. We have lived the past. We have experienced the past in the moment when it was in the now. See, there's no reason to visit the past. The only reason is to move forward and experience new things in these lives that we have. Because a lot of us will embrace the past, be seduced by the past, reminisce, embrace certain things. And then if we do it too often, we end up bringing the past into a future that does not exist, creating the future out of the past, and reliving the past in that future. And that is why so many people will say, I feel like I've just been going in circles my whole life. That's why. So in this now, the space between heartbeats, the moment, whatever it is we're doing, we are focused on that moment. And what does that do? It stills the ego mind, and it stills the subconscious mind. The chatter, the noise that we all experience disappears in the now as we focus only on the now, the moment. This also, it will literally bring us into deep, eternal peace and tranquility. So picture, visualize, as you relax the body and you move into the now, and what that means. It also opens up your connection to your God, the kingdom of God, your pure consciousness. This is how we become more and more enlightened. Now also, as we relax the body and as we move into the now, we want to breathe. And this is a visual for ourselves. We have the wheels of light starting at our root chakra, going all the way up to the crown chakra. And these are our chakras, our energy centers that bridge between etherical, the spiritual, and the physical. So breath in easy through the nose and breath out easy through the mouth. And as we breath in, we're breathing in divine positive energy. This is a very powerful energy. And visualize it. As we bring it in, we go to the red root chakra, the I am. And we continue to move this divine positive energy, our breath, to the orange sacral chakra. These are wheels of light. Picture them in your heart mind. And then we move it to the solar plexus chakra, the Manipura, I do. And then to the green heart chakra, the Anahata, I love. And to the throat chakra, the Vishuddha, I talk, which is a beautiful blue. And then to the third eye chakra, the Ajna, I see, which is a beautiful violet light. And then finally to the crown chakra, the Sahasrara, I understand. Beautiful purple light, wheel of light. And as we do this, we bring it up, we feel it, and then we bring it up to the back of the head, And as we hold it briefly, I am light, I am love, I am, in that brief moment, we compress it and condense it into liquid divine energy. Pure liquid divine energy. And then we release it over the pineal gland. Now, some view the pineal gland as a prune. Some view it as other images. I view it as a rosebud, which is just like a green knot. And as we pour this divine, positive, pure liquid energy over it, it begins to expand and grow and bloom. And each time we do this, we literally keep it to open more, expand more. And it's important because our pineal gland is our gateway to all the particles of existence, our gateway to pure consciousness, and beyond. So it is very important to us to have it fully functioning while we're in these bodies. Now, eventually, as you take this divine, pure, divine, positive energy, and you condense it into liquid, pure, divine, positive energy, and you saturate the pineal gland with it, eventually you have a full bloom rose, which is immortal. And your gateway is fully opened. Now, we also know that as we breath out, we're met with the ego mind. Ego mind, we all know, is there to continually try to control us and direct us. And it has no satisfaction, and its thirst is never quenched, and its stomach is never full. It always requires more, eternally. So we understand this, and so when it gets in our way, we simply tell it to take a seat because we're in charge. Just say, ego mind, you're not in charge here, please take a seat. Love it, embrace it, flood it with love, but make sure it understands that it is not the dictator. It is not in charge. You are in charge. You are the master through the heart mind. So we merge. Are we paradise? Yes. Are we heaven? Yes. Are we the kingdom of God? Yes. Emphatically, yes, yes, yes. We merge everything. We are the one. We are the love. We are the God, the pure consciousness. And we have others. And we are purely conscious and aware that we are the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest and deepest, eternal gratitude. We have the archangels, cherubim, seraphim, archetype, all of them. This is a civilization that vibrates at a different frequency than we do. This is why we don't see them like we see each other. However, we do see them on occasion in different forms. They're helping us constantly, and we're helping them constantly. We're all one. We're all part of each other. When you, without expectations and attachments, are helping another, you then become an angel. Okay? Without expectations, without attachments. You do it because it is a joy. You do it because you're helping yourself by helping others. That's why you do it. If you have no expectations and no attachments. So in that, if you really want to know what an angel is, that's an angel. And all of us must be consciously aware that we are the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest and deepest, eternal gratitude. Or we wouldn't be in this gathering. We couldn't sustain ourselves. Frequencies would be too high. If ours was too low, we couldn't be here. We also have the Ascended Masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Saint Germain, Sananda, Jesus, Gaia, El Moria, Mandan sentience, health, thought, many, many, many more. And they too are consciously aware that they are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest and deepest, eternal gratitude. And they have ascended out of body, out of physical form, into God form, which is pure consciousness. They hold that form. We ascended into body to experience the physical form, so that we can taste and touch and feel and love and be in joy and bliss and eventually nirvana. And we help each other all the time. They're part of us, we are part of them. After all, they're holding God form, pure consciousness. That's what's within our physical form. So in this now, in this meditation, as we form this circle of light, all of us begin to call out to all of the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. They are they are consciously aware that they are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest and deepest, eternal gratitude. And they come in the googleplexes. One googleplex fills this universe. They come in the trillions of googleplexes from every direction. We call upon all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, and beneath earth. And only those who are consciously aware that they are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest and deepest, eternal gratitude can join us in this now, in this meditation, in this forming of the circle of light. We also call upon all of the off-worlders, all of the galactics. We're only familiar with a fraction of these civilizations. Over 1,000 traverse through this part of the galaxy and this quadrant and through this solar system on a daily basis. We have the Pleiadians, Sirians, Arcturians, Andromedans. We have the feline. We have the golden pyramids. We have the Zeta Reticuli. We have the Abions. Many, many, many more. They've been assisting us with our evolution, with our ascension, with our enlightenment, with freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they come in the billions. And they are consciously aware that they are the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest and deepest, eternal gratitude. We call upon all of our loved ones, all of those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Only those that are consciously aware that they are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest and deepest, eternal gratitude can join us in this now, in this meditation, in this forming of the circle of light. We also call upon all of the light energy beings that have decided to be housed in the following forms on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, in this now, in this meditation, this forming the circle of light. Only those that are consciously aware that they are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest of deepest, eternal gratitude can join us in this now, in this meditation, and this forming of circle of light. And just to name a fraction of them, fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trolls, the trees, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, and the minotaur. And many, many, many more. And they come in the trillions. sizes, forms, configurations, which many we've never seen before. And we're all assembled in numbers that cannot be described, spanning the universes, focused on this planet, in this now, in this circle of light that we form. And we all come together. We're all in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, and benevolence. And our God-light energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. All of our gods with all of our gods, everything and everything, arm in arm, hand in hand, we form the circle of light. It is radiant and brilliant. It is our vibrational frequency of the highest highs of deep eternal love and gratitude. And its brilliance compared to the sun and the solar system, it would take 1 billion of those suns to equal the brilliance of this circle of light. It illuminates everything. It grays out the darkness of space. And we all begin to ascend, to levitate above this planet from the equator, this planet Earth Gaia, and this meditation in this circle of light. And as we do, we come into a gossamer field. This field has trillions of vibrant colors reflecting and glittering everywhere. And we are reminded. And the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael, this is a column that reminds us that we are the power of healing. The violet blue purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is the power that reminds us of our true power, our strength, and our resolve. We have the white fire, the armor of the God. And the white fire, simply put, is our highest of highest high frequencies of deep eternal love and gratitude. Now, only we can choose. Only we, nothing other than us, each and every one of us, can choose if we would or will lower our vibrational frequencies enough so that our armor is compromised and that the lower survival matter frequencies or lower dark matter frequencies can enter. Many things happen at that point. Now, we're also reminded of the purple transmuting flame. This column we can bring in when this does happen, and we can transmute all of these lower dark matter frequencies or lower survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance. We then can send it back to pure consciousness, to the God, where it is no more. We also have the violet ray. This is a column that reminds us that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame, and we can purify the area where those frequencies were. Henceforth, reinstating our vibrational frequency of deep eternal love and gratitude, and our armor is fully restored. We also have the golden white pink light of source creation, of us, of pure consciousness. And this is the love and the gratitude that we all are. No matter how much we run from ourselves, it is always there. And rather than running, we turn and embrace it. And then we begin to pour forth the love that all of us are and the light upon this planet and upon everyone. Truest, innocent, above us and below us. Now, as we all continue to levitate up, those of us carrying physical form step outside of our bodies. We float effortlessly above our bodies. And as we look up, as we continue to ascend, we see this massive column that we've created, all of us. And this column, it is larger than the solar system, and it is opaque, and it has trillions of prismatic colors vibrating and reflecting, emanating from it, bathing everything. And then at the top, we designed it so that the golden ocean, 360 degrees, can come cascading down upon all of us, all, everything and everything. All of our brothers and sisters, everything, flooding. And each of us are a drop of that golden ocean, and each of us are the essence in that drop of that golden ocean. We continue to levitate and ascend, and we see our meditative sphere. It's at center circle. We created this sphere well over 2 years ago. It houses all of our meditations in vibrational frequency in perpetual motion. Well over 800 meditations. And it continues to intensify and it continues to expand because we all 109 million of us, put it out there with the intent of deep eternal love and gratitude. For everything, everyone. This is why this sphere can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And we all feel it, flood us, saturate us, cleanse us, purify us, lift us into the highest of the highest high of vibrational frequencies of deep eternal love and deep eternal gratitude. And we all are the paradise world. We walk in the world, on the world, because we are the paradise. Therefore, this world is a paradise. We love ourselves. We love everyone. We love everything. We embrace it. We turn and embrace it. We do not run from it. We become one with the gods within us, our pure consciousness. Imagine the bliss, the nirvana that you begin to experience more and more as we literally transcend this planet into a pure paradise God planet where everyone is immortal and where everyone home is nirvana. It is beyond, beyond, beyond. And all of us, as we continue to grow in number across this planet, of every meditative group everywhere, we are shifting from the dark dankness and self-abuse and destruction world to a pure, blissful paradise world. And it's everywhere. All you have to do is turn and look around you. It's absolutely everywhere. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. I'll join you in the meditation, and I'll return to close us out. Deep breath in. Easy breath out. Move slowly. Feel your love for you. Feel your gratitude, your joy, your peace, your bliss. Your gentleness, your kindness, your generosity, your humbleness. Your benevolence and tranquility. This is a paradise world that we've created. Let's begin to enjoy it. And let's make sure it intensifies, and let's make sure it expands. We'll be back here Saturday, June 6, 2020.